You guys don't even understand what's gonna happen, and this could be a total like fail of a video in terms of there's nothing crazy expensive or what is deemed valuable in this box, but I am very excited to finally go through this and actually have the sources to price things out. Alright, editing Olivia here, just wanted to chime in really quickly to say that I did not buy all these comics with the intention of reselling them or because I thought that they were worth a lot of money or I was hoping to get a big hit and flip it for quick money. I simply bought these comic books because I have a love and a passion for Spider-Man. Just really wanted to go through this tote, and as I've grown to love the more modern comics, I obviously have an appreciation for the ones that started it all. So I found these at a flea market over a year ago, and I haven't gone through the tote until today, and I just wanted to kind of sit down and chat, talk about some comics, show you guys some of the ones that I just personally enjoyed because I thought that the covers were great, and maybe there'll be a few that are worth something, but you'll see those towards the end. And I hope that you guys just enjoy this relaxing video, and let me know anything in the comments down below, whether that's advice or if you guys love comics and some of the resources and tools that you use on a day-to-day basis. And with a little bit more comic book knowledge, I'm excited to see what's in this tote. It's full of comic books. I don't remember how many comic books are in here. I think there's over 200 books inside of this tote. And I bought these at a flea market almost a year ago to the day. And that is the last time I went through this tote. All Spider-Man comics. Just Spider-Man comics. And what we're going to do is go through it. We're going to organize it. And we're gonna see if there's any keys in here. When I bought these, I had no knowledge of comic books. I would just occasionally bought Spider-Man comics. I would go to my comic book shop like maybe once a month and just pick up some comics. But now I try to go every week and get the new issues of the runs that I'm collecting. And it's been a hobby for the past like 3 weeks, very heavily. I've been absorbing a lot of comic content, and it's been something I've slowly grown into over the past 2 years, but again, never really educated myself. I'm also going to be going to my first like comic book convention meet swap. Not really like a swap, but it's like a toy show, but it's comic books. I think there's going to be some collectibles, and they have some like comic book people there signing books, so that'll be really exciting. I'm going to go to that. I'm going to vlog, and I thought I might as well go through this to make sure I don't buy any duplicates. I think these are all pretty much like dollar book. I think I paid less than $1 each for these. I don't remember. First thing we have is the Spectacular Spider-Man. I tried not to buy too many that weren't amazing because Amazing Spider-Man is my favorite, so I'm not going to look at these too heavily. I'm going to separate them. I do want to give a shout out to this one though. I think this comic is so clean. I am obsessed with this comic. It's a little yellowed, but it's not terrible. This is one that if I had it in really good condition, I would consider grading because I just think it's one of the sickest covers. We have some older Spectacular Spider-Mans. I think those are more newer releases that we had previously. Ben Reilly cover. I think this one is sick. It makes me think about the Amazing Fantasy cover, but just a little bit different. I really like that one. This is a really cool cover too. This is like almost all black one. I think I've seen some people mention this one. This may be a key. I don't know off the top of my head. This booth had to have had a ridiculous amount of comics, and they weren't in long boxes. They were in totes, so you had to dig through the totes, which made it really hard. And I was like the first person there digging through them. Oh, this one's got Tombstone on the cover. You got Carnage on this one. Also sick. Another one with Tombstone. Another Tombstone, I think. This one has the Spot on it. This one I remember specifically buying because of the Spot being on it. I thought that that was sick. Anyway, there slowly there were some more guys coming through there. Now we're getting into the Amazing Spider-Man, another Ben Reilly cover. Some of them were kind enough. If they found a Spider-Man, they were handing it to me. I was really trying to dumb down on what I had. Now, I bought these because I would love to actually read these, believe it or not. I really want to kind of absorb Spider-Man in the way that it originated. Another beautiful cover. Him and Mary Jane. Absolutely love that one. The Spectacular Scarlet Spider. That's a cool one. This one is a like foiled cover. It's got this like, I don't know what's going on back there, so that might be one that we definitely have to look into. But one dude I think wanted all these Spider-Man comics and was trying to like upsell the vendor to like raise the price on them, and my mom was like about to fight this guy because she was like, get away, while she is talking to them. Look at these, and look at the back. Oh, there's an actual address on here, so I don't want to show it that way. I'll show it on this other camera over here. So if you look at the back of this one, it actually says Marvel Direct Marketing with Spider-Man and the original address and this person. That is insane. And then we have this one too. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the back of that one. Yeah, I was kind of just going through, again, just really picking out the Spider-Man comics. And some of the guys there that were digging were giving me some. They knew I was saying amazing, so they kind of favored the Amazing Spider-Man ones, handing them to me. But there were some really old ones, my husband was saying, that they were kind of holding on to, so I don't know. If there was an Amazing Fantasy 15 in there, that would have been nuts. We dug through these comics for probably, I want to say, 45 minutes. So there's definitely a lot to be had there. Some of these do have back cards on them, but not a lot of them. Sensational, sensational. I did try and sort these out and make a video on these a little bit ago, or you know, a year ago when I had purchased these. Like this, it says $56 for the stack. I don't know if this is accurate. This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Got J. Jonah Jameson on the front here. This one is pretty morbid. He's on fire, hanging. This one, it looks like there's 3 and we had $8 on this. This was $20.99 unlimited. Towards the end, I was just chucking anything and everything that was Spider-Man. I'm keeping it together. 17 of these. This is Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man, but this is the collector's item classic. So we have Kraven the Hunter on this one. We have Vulture on this one. I'm really hoping to find this one that has a beautiful cover. It's all bright yellow with the spot. I really want that comic. I think it's beautiful, and I use that as inspiration in my Spider-Man tattoo, so I would love to have that. More, oh, this is Spectacular. Ooh, did I mix up Sensational and Spectacular? Yeah, I did. But I'm really excited to go to this comic book event, and I can't wait to scan all these in, so that way I know which ones I have. But yeah, I don't have these in order. I didn't have them in order in here, so maybe I'll put them in order. I do want to add backers to a lot of these too. Oh, this is Spectacular again. Olivia, what are you doing? This one, I think, is a key. I think this is a key one right here. This one's not in rough shape either, so this one might be a good one to see. 75 cents though. 1986. I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to dig through these. I have some comic crates, some long boxes. I need to go buy one though to put these in to make sure that they stay pristine. So I'm going to go through and add backers and stuff to these, which I definitely think I should. This is a cool Amazing Spider-Man. Got Electro on the front. That one's sick. Spectacular. This one's a fun one. It's a little like Halloween cover. I really like that one. I think it's underappreciated. But I did buy a bulk of Amazing Spider-Man. I love this one in the cemetery. It's another one of my favorites. Yeah, I think I paid $200 for all these. I don't know if that was a good deal or not. Couldn't tell ya. I love this cover too. And then I think this is all Peter Parker. And I had that there's 22 issues and it's worth $155. I don't feel like that's accurate. Spider-Man Redemption. This is Spider-Girl. Don't really know anything about that. You have this Scarlet Spider shooting a gun. I think that one's really sick. Go through and scan these. Try and get like an estimated total for you guys. And we will come back and do like a highlight of what we found.
3 hours later.
That took way longer than I expected. It is now 9 o'clock and I started filming this around 6. So granted, we did eat, take some bathroom breaks, stuff like that, but holy smokes, I did not think it was going to take that long. Some key takeaways for this experience is the apps that I used. I did buy a monthly subscription for the key collector app because it actually gives you some of the standard like current pricing via like eBay and secondary seller places. And you can kind of grade it on what you think your copy is worth and that determines the value. So that was really the reason why I got that app, was to try and get a value ballpark. I did add all of the comics. Oh my god, I just saw the total, you guys. I did add all the comics in this box. I think 2 or 3 of them would not scan, give or take. But we scanned a total of 230 comics into the Key Collector app, and with me taking into consideration what I think some of these would be valued if they were low grade, mid grade, or high grade, it is saying our total value is $817. And if I can remember correctly, I think I paid $240 for all these comics. Let me know if you guys think that that was a good deal or not. I just want to give a shout out to this comic. I know it's not super valuable, but I love this cover. And I'm so tempted to get this graded, but I kind of want to see if I could find maybe a mintier copy. But I feel like this one's pretty good. I mean, the only way that I'm really judging these, because granted I haven't opened them, I don't know if any pages are missing. That's probably something that needs to be accounted for. But spine-wise, there is no chipping or anything missing, and around the edges there is no tears, rips, or stains. That was a common thing I found with some of these. They had some stain issues or some like spine problems, but really most of these were in great condition. So I did rate this one minty, but I just love this cover. The heaviest hitter of them all, you guys, was this, The Amazing Spider-Man. This copy of The Amazing Spider-Man, this is issue 410, and it came out in April of 1996. This is said to be $35. So this was kind of like my heaviest hit that I had. And I would say that this is a high grade comic. So you guys can see there is no issues with the spine. There's no staining, no tearing. I think this is a pretty high grade one. I would say, I don't know, I'm not a professional, but I would say probably like an 8.5 or greater. Aiming for a 10, but it looks pretty minty to me, so I definitely want to protect that one at all costs. The next comic that we have is This Amazing Spider-Man. This one is supposed to be a 25 if graded highly. And this is another one that I think would do pretty well if I turned it in. I don't see any issues on the sides and the corners, creasing, no staining or anything. The white on the back isn't yellowed, so I think that this one would also grade pretty highly if I chose to do that. Is Spider-Man Metamorphosis. This is issue 437 and it came out in 2000. But again, I think this one doesn't have any sort of issues on any of the sides of it. It looks pretty cool to me. And of course my other camera just died. Another key valuable one in my opinion is this one. Now this one doesn't rate super highly, but I did feel like it felt thicker. And when I opened it, it actually has the inserts still to turn in, which have Spider-Man on them, which is really cool. And it did come with this little 3-pack of cards that are not torn out. So the cards are still in there. And there is also a turn-in to get the other cards. And it would have been $3.99 plus $1 shipping. You can get a set of 3 Marvel Masterprints, including Spider-Man's powers, Venom's subset, and Spider-Man's enemies. So it's like a little ad. So there's a bunch of those inserts in this one, which is what made it feel a little thicker. This issue, high grade, would be $15. I think that's pretty sick. It's got Venom on it. I really like that one. This one would be a $12. This one is a key. This one has some pretty good age to it, so I put it in the mid-grade, so it's only worth about like $8. This issue of the Spectacular Spider-Man, I would say this is mint. I mean, this doesn't even look like it's been read. There's literally no creasing, anything. If this came back anything less than a 9, I would be thoroughly shocked, but this is $20. The Spectacular Spider-Man, this is issue 178, came out in 1991. This one on the high scale would be $15. This is another one that I think would come back as nothing less than like a 9. The color is great, the corners are great, the spine is great. Something cool that I did discover, so I had shown you guys this. It is actually a see-through like cell. I guess this was one of those things that you would like turn in and get like in the mail. It is a 4-piece set. They only have this one, but I really like it. So people are selling like sets of 2 of these for like $40 or a set of 4 for like outrageous amounts. I don't really know what the value is, but I definitely think it's cool. So I took it out from the comic that it was with, and I might just bag this by itself. Inside the comic with that was also the work in progress little pamphlet. So those are actually called like the work in progress cells. And it folds out, and you've got pictures in here with Stan Lee. And just so much cool information. And this book alone, it said, was worth like $8. So this was a cool little bonus to find. It's got some nice storytelling information in here about like the creators and the artists and the animators and all that stuff. And it's got photos of them. I just think that it's really cool. So I was happy to find that. I thought that was a nice little bonus. It is 230 comics. So we paid literally like $1.05 per comic. I think for those heavy hitters alone, it was kind of worth it. I know there's nothing in here that's worth like hundreds of dollars, but I would definitely consider getting some of those other ones graded, especially the ones I think that will come back above a 9. But it's saying the value is $8.17. Again, that's taking in consideration what I think the condition of all these comics were. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is yay or a nay. And if you guys like the comic videos, I would like to have filmed like me digging for these initially and then done this whole thing, but it didn't really work out like that. So I love you guys. I'll probably be filming at that comic convention that's coming up. So look forward to vlogging some pickups there. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.